Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So I don't normally put out 2 videos a week, but I've decided to put this small video out of an unboxing from Daniel at Iso King. So supplies for isopods and stuff. You'll find him on Facebook. Just search for Iso King, ISOKING. And if you're interested in any of this stuff, give him a nod. Not sponsored, as always. I don't have any sponsorship at the moment. And as I say, it's just a midweek unboxing. So let's get to the unboxing. So as much as I've opened this and removed labels, I haven't actually seen what's inside it, just the top part of this. So you're seeing this as I do. I obviously know what I ordered. So I ordered some leaf litter. So that's Iso King, and very small leaves, which is what I was after for the dart frogs and for some of the isopods, to be honest. So we have 3 packs of those. He sent me some, let's put that away. He sent me some almond leaves to try, obviously not knowing that I do loads of almond leaves anyway. So good for isopod food, antibacterial, antifungal. They break down and they'll be ideal for isopod food, so they will get used. I've then got some of his own substrates, and I'm going to give these a try. I have made my own substrates, but I am going to try this as well and have a look at that. And I think I got 3 of those as well, so I might run out of room here. Some moss, so this is English moss. Some proper tufa rock, which is better for the Cabaris species, and I should have some of those in here as well. And I'm running out of places to put these. There is a heat pack in here. That feels like the heat pack. And then we've also got some pods, and quite a few pods to be fair. So let's have a look at what we've got. So I've got Panda Cabaris, and that's my journey into the Cabaris genus or species, because I haven't tried any of those yet. We've got cuddly clowns, not cuddly, K. Can't remember what they are, so let's have a look. I know there was a mystery one. They are nice though. So that was what he sent me in place of something else. We've got some Gestroy, and the ones I've got already are Gestroy. They're not, so I've got them and believe them to be clowns, but they are Gestroy. I like the tubs actually, they're really nice. And we've got potions. So this is to top up the few potions that I lost, just because of my lack of knowledge really. So we've got 5 tubs of pods, and we're going to go and sort of get these housed up, and I may do a bit of video of them housed as well, but we'll get cracking with it anyway. I'm going to start by building a tub and show you guys the tub build as well. So I bought these 3 litre tubs. I think they're called Clippy box. They're only a 3 litre, the lids clip on. And what I've done is I've used a little hole saw and I've cut in a hole in the front for ventilation. And I know it looks a bit messy, and then what I've done is I've hot glue gunned some fly mesh on the back of that. I could trim round that, but I'm not really bothered. It's function rather than form that I'm after. And then likewise, what I've done is something similar to the lid. So it's glued in from the back, and they are just fly screens. And the idea of that is when that lid's on, you know, whether it's there or there, it's going to give me some ventilation. So what I want to do is I want to start with Iso King's soil mix, and I'm going to knock the camera off a second and get this in because I'm holding this with my hands, so bear with me. So I've actually used 1.5 of those bags of the substrate. Looks really nice and fluffy, got lots of sort of rotten wood and stuff in it. I do like a deeper substrate than that, and I've only got, I think I had 3 bags of that, and I want to do at least 2 tubs with that. So I have made some soil of my own. a lot darker. I've used a slightly different mix and it feels heavier, mine does. So I think I need to add sort of more rotting wood and stuff to my mix or to lighten that. But what I'm going to do now is, because I'm putting the Cabaris in this, I'm going to open up the tufa rock and I'm going to put some tufa rock in, and then I'll sprinkle this with leaves and we'll let the isopods go. Now this is my finished tub, and what I've done, there are smaller pieces of tufa. I'd prefer a bigger one piece, but I'll put a few pieces in. We've sprinkled some leaf litter in, and I've also added some of the moss. Now what I may do is spray one end of this down. I won't spray both ends down, because what I want to do, although it's a small tub, I want to give the isopods a moisture gradient, so one side being drier than the other side, and to do that it's literally just a case of either watering or spraying down one side and covering the other side when you spray, because it's such a small box. But let's get the isopods in. What I'm going to do is gently just tip those out and let them do their own thing. Make sure there's none left in the pot, and I'll save that pot for a later day. And here we have our Panda Cabaris, and I'll let these settle in and just leave them be and make their own way to where they need to go to. And then I'll probably leave that moss in and just add it to the moss that's already in there, and that'll break down and they'll feed on that and eat on that. What I am waiting for is, I bought a litre container of springtails. I bought such a big one because what I want to do is sort of split that over a few pots and have some springtails in here as well, and in my other colonies for that matter. Sorry for the shaky hand. But from what I gather, if I come back later and have a look under that tufa, they'll be all over it, and hopefully breed for me. So that's obviously the pandas. I want to use Iso King substrate mix for the magic potions, and then I'll use my own for the other stuff. And I did buy those Gestroy because I want to take them out of the tank that they're in at the moment and sort of add to that colony. But I'll build these tubs up and work away at it. In true Blue Peter fashion, this is one that I made earlier. So I've done this box slightly different. I've drilled little tiny holes in the lids. All the others of these are the mesh that we spoke about. And what I've done here is, so this is my own soil mix. And as you can see, it's sort of a lot darker because it's got worm castings and topsoil and stuff in. And what I am going to do with this, I've got some clowns, and I've only got 10. So this is ideal for a sort of starter colony size. See if I can open this with one hand. And we'll let these ones go. So I'll just quickly show you those. So those are the clowns. So there isn't a massive amount in here, but we'll do exactly the same, and we'll sort of drop those out. And I do want to add a bit of a springtail culture to each one of these as well. And let's see if we can get some footage of the clowns. They're in here. They might not want to come out, but they'll tend to sort of congregate up the I'll just put that down, there's one. But they'll tend to sort of congregate either in the moss or in damp areas. One's out there, look. And they'll make their way probably over to the cork bark, and they'll sit under the cork bark. But they're supposed to be quite inactive, the clowns. My initial ones that I thought were clown were Gestroy, and they're not as active as the clowns. So we'll sort of let these be. I might spray these down before I put the lid on them, or spray a section of the tub down. But we'll leave these to settle in as well, and I am going to label them all so I know which are which. Last ones I'm going to do on video then are the potions. So I thought I'd got 3 bags of the substrate mix, but I only had 2. And what I've done is I've put that half a bag in and I've mixed that in with my own. I've used the 2 for again, and as I mentioned, I am going to move some magic potions. But if we just tip these out a second. Wait for them to wake up. There we go. So playing dead, I think. Do like the magic potions. Probably one of the things that gets people into the hobby in the first place. So these ones don't like as much humidity as some species, which is the problem I had with my others, I think. But I'll let these settle in. I'll put the other ones in as well from the other tank that we did a few weeks back, and hopefully we'll get these doing well. Let's see if I can zoom in on the face here. How cute is that little buddy? Fast asleep. Having a good look round. Waking up. Would want to come out and give me a proper face shot so you can see its face. It doesn't look like they're going to. They never play ball for the camera. But there you go anyway. Just a quick midweek video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've enjoyed this or any of our other content, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Much appreciated.